And welcome to another PES TV. This has been a video that a number of our students in year one have said that this would have been really useful before starting university. So we put this together with tips from year one to how you can manage your week. Obviously, university, the typical weeks are very different to maybe where you've probably come from in terms of college or sixth form or maybe work. So a typical structure of the week. Usually the foundation is you are always on campus 2 times a week. So for 2 days, really important that you engage and you attend these days. They're usually full days. On these on-campus days, they've been designed so you're going to be having hands-on, relevant experience related to the module. We've usually got school groups coming in or field work or using some of the specialist rooms within the university. So it's really important you get in that habit of attending. Those that attend know exactly what's coming up for the assessment, what the reading is, and it just stops that endless email traffic of asking, what do I need to do? Get in that habit of attending. You also get marks for attending and engagement. So really important you get in that habit of attending the on-campus sessions. Also, you get to build some really important social bonds which can help with your sense of belonging at university. A lot of our student groups go out, have lunch at the university together, and that helps obviously with developing relationships and things. A big part and a big difference about university and how it might be different to maybe college or sixth form is that there's a lot of independent study. So you are expected to work independently. So there will be, on each week, there'll be set readings, there'll be set tasks that you'll need to complete. And it's really important that you engage with those. They're related usually to the assignment, so they are relevant and they are going to help you. If you engage with those, it's going to help to hopefully improve your assessments and hopefully improve your marks as well. So independent study could be in the shape of maybe you've been asked to read a journal article. It could be that you've got to read a book chapter. It could be that you need to watch a podcast or a vodcast to prepare for the session next week. Really important you engage with that. There's nothing worse as a tutor that we set you independent study to go off and to prepare for a session and then you turn up and you haven't done it. So we have to start the session with going over potentially what was in the video. Sometimes we don't have time for that. So really important that you engage with these weekly tasks. Not all modules will have them, but there will be some where you'll have weekly reading you need to do. Really important that you do this independent reading as well. For you to demonstrate your understanding, you're going to have to do some reading. There are set reading lists for each of the modules. Really important that you work with them and just dedicate some time to reading each week. I know a number of my personal tutees, they might dedicate a Wednesday morning. They know for 2 hours they're going to be reading a book chapter, or they're going to be doing some of the weekly reading, or they'll be listening to a vodcast related to education. If you get in that habit of doing it, it doesn't become so much of a chore. You know, pick a time that's good for you. You might not be a morning person, you might want to do this on a Wednesday night or a Thursday midnight, whatever works for you. But really important you get in that habit of doing it. As mentioned in other videos, and we'll talk to you more about this when you start and you meet with your personal tutors, but the PGCE programme, so once you finish this course, to become a qualified teacher, you'll need to do your PGCE. It's a really competitive course to get onto. So we urge a number of our students and a number of our students on the course, they will dedicate time in their week to work in a school. So there are a number of local schools. You might not live around Kincoid. You might live, I don't know, somewhere, wherever you're from. It might be that you go and get some work experience in your old primary school. It might be that, and a number of our students do this, they set, usually on a Friday, because we're off timetable on a Friday, and they know that every Friday they're going to work within their school, gain some really good experience, and then they're informed then on what the role is actually like. And they've got, for some of our students, they get 3 years of experience that they can put on their CV, which is brilliant. There are also a number of agencies that we work with where you can actually get some experience and you get paid, and the rates of pay now for our students are really good. We'll talk to you about agencies and things when we start. Obviously, we understand and we appreciate university is really expensive and the number of you will have to work. So please, our urge to you is do not book work days when you're on campus. These set days, it'll be 2 days on campus. These will be released in September when we have the timetables finalised. Really important that you don't book work on these days and you don't miss any of the on-campus days. But we appreciate you need to work, so, if you need to work, that's absolutely fine. Work it around the university, and a number of our students do that successfully. We appreciate as well that, the course sometimes is quite a small part of university. The really, really important part of university is all the other elements that go with it. So that's socialising, is making most of the sports clubs, the facilities that are around, the gym. It's not just about the course. We've also got some really, really helpful departments. There's the careers team that we work really successfully with, the international team. You've got all these opportunities. Really embrace and engage what the university has to offer. A number of our students play sport on a Wednesday and they'll represent the university, and that provides a new opportunity to socialise, meet new friends, gain new experiences. We definitely would recommend that you do that and spend time trying to socialise with other people on the course and in other courses as well. In the university, there's loads of different opportunities. These are usually posted on MetHub or the student portal or on your app. Get involved. We appreciate it can be quite scary, and it's about getting out of your comfort zone. Those year threes, so my year three personal tutees, maybe had some regrets with university. They've always said, I wish I'd done more with the sport, or I wish I'd done more with, for example, I was chatting to a year three the other week saying, I wish I'd just gone to the gym. We've got free gym and sports facilities for students. I wish I'd come in a bit earlier, gone to the gym, not been sat in traffic. I could be working out and then have a university and then go to university. So, make the most of the university life. So, pen in some time for that. Really important that you map out your year. So I get a year planner, some people prefer to do in a diary, whichever works for you. Really, really important that you think about what's coming up over the year. It's quite a short, intense year. We don't want you to miss any of the assessment deadlines, because then you'll need to repeat these in the summer. And obviously you want to be finding yourself on a beach or whatever you do within the summer, and you don't want to be doing work. So in terms of how we structure the course, there's 4-week blocks. So we have these 4-week blocks where you are just focusing on that one module. At the end of the 4 weeks, there's an assessment, which could be in the form of an essay, or it could be a blog, or it could be a vodcast or a podcast. Each of the modules are different, but just think, at the end of these 4 weeks, that you're going to be working towards an assessment. So don't just leave it till the last week or the last day to get this work done. Spread the work out. The work's coming. The assessment's coming. So it's really, really important that you start to map out and plan out when and what is coming. Also start to think about, when are the holidays. Try and work out assessments around there. But at this stage, really important you start to think about what's coming up. And those that are really successful manage their work really successfully. Finally, those that are successful, those students that are successful, they tend to have a bit less stress than some other students, the ones that start to develop really healthy habits. So they're starting to think about, right, on a Wednesday, I haven't got anything, I'm not going to watch Homes Under the Hammer, I'm actually do some reading. And they know every Wednesday for 2 hours or an hour, they're going to get up and they're going to start to do some reading. They're going to start to do some work on their assessments. They're going to start to do some work on their dissertation, for example. It's about establishing healthy habits that you then continue throughout university life. It's really important that you dedicate that time to study as well. It's not just about, university isn't just about the on-campus days and that's all the work you need to do. You definitely need to do some reading for this course, and it's important in your week to establish healthy habits where you do that reading. So think about, for me, I'm rubbish in the night. I'm definitely a morning person, so when I do work and I do research, I tend to program that in and schedule that in early on. If I have to do any reading, I'll do that early on so I'm not falling asleep at the end of the day. So it's really important you start to think about what works for you and managing your diary. You have a free OneDrive account. I tend to use Outlook and I just block out times. Get in the habit of doing that, and that will definitely help you to have a successful year at university. Spend some time speaking to your personal tutor. They can help you try and establish these successful work weeks. But think about, higher education is going to be different to probably work or sixth form or college or wherever you've come from. Also, watch some of the PES TV videos that our student reps have offered some really, really helpful advice in student terms. I've been to university, other colleagues have been to university, but it might be important to listen to them as well. Thanks for watching. See you soon.